If you're thinking about buying a new construction house in Greenville County, it can be really confusing. There's over 50 different builders, there's over 200 different communities, and you're trying to figure out everything from size and location and build quality and who's the best builder. It can be really confusing. So I want to make it as simple as possible with a formula that I've created that I've helped a lot of my clients with. Hi, I'm Evan Wather, your favorite Greenville realtor. I found that there's really 4 important things for someone whenever they're considering a new construction property, and all of these things have a level of importance to everyone. But what I would recommend is ranking these in order of importance to your own personal search. So the 4 things are price point. What is your budget for buying this home? Second is quality. What are the quality of finishes and the quality of the builder that you want to work with? Third is the location of where this property is going to be at. And the 4th is how big of a home and the overall size that you'll need. So what I've done is I've looked at everything from a price bracket standpoint, and in each price bracket you get a certain number of points typically whenever you're buying your home. Now I ranked the other 3 items as far as build quality, size, and location from 1 to 5. Just because something's a 1 doesn't mean it's horrible. It doesn't mean you're in the worst location ever. It just might mean that you're in a more remote location, if I'm using that as an example. Or maybe a 1 is great for you on size because you only need a 1,200 to 1,300 square foot house. You don't need 4,000 square feet. So that's perfectly fine and a trade-off that you're willing to make. Whenever we look at the different price brackets, right now I'm seeing the vast majority of homes being built in our area, almost 75% of them are between $350,000 and $450,000. What I generally find is that most people are going to get a home on this point rating system between a 4 and a 6. Now again, this is all a little bit of a subjective context, but it normally helps people because it becomes really easy to put things into one of these 3 buckets and figure out, hey, I really need something that's a 3 or a 4 location because that's the most important thing to me and I'm willing to sacrifice on a couple other things. So it helps you really narrow in and figure out what's most important to you, and then that will help you pick the right builder for your particular situation. So as I mentioned, 350 to 450, you get 4 to 6 points overall. Some of the builders that build in the 350 to 400,000 range are people like D.R. Horton, Meritage, Adams Homes. You get some Dreamfinder builds. There's a couple Toll Brother houses that are being built as well. There's over 20 builders that are building more than 15 properties that are for sale currently. So there's a lot of different options in this price range. Really what I find, a lot of these builders are using very similar subcontractors. So you got to evaluate who the project manager, who the real estate agent is going to be for that community, and really the real estate agent that you work with, because all those things are going to be super important for you to get the best product for your needs. When we kind of think about what someone's likely to get in the 350 to 450,000 range, I generally find that people are either looking for a really large home, and typically that's kind of built more with, standard level finishes. They're not upgraded level finishes, and maybe it's in a location that is more growing and isn't that like prime location that has had all the development and revitalization that's happened around it. So that's one option, someone just getting a really large home, getting great price per square foot. Another option is someone says, hey, I would really want to live in a specific location. This school system or whatever is super important to me, and I'm willing to have a little bit of a smaller home, and maybe I don't have the top of the line, best of the best semi-custom style builder, but I still get a good product. That's another option. Or someone says, hey, I'm downsizing. I want a really high quality build, and depending on how high quality the build they want it to be will depend on the location and lot size that they get. So those are really what I see in that price range and what you'll get for your money and what you'll get for your budget. There's some really great options overall. When we look at the 450 to 550,000 range, you're normally going to get somewhere around 7 to 9 points for this price bracket. We generally see people like Toll Brothers, Dreamfinders. You can get Pinestone as a builder that's been building in this price range as well. And you'll get some more local, smaller builders who might only build 5 to 10 homes a year. That's kind of what you get in this price range, generally speaking. And really, you have a lot of options in this price range. You've got more points to play with, so everything from location to quality and size, you can really mix and match to get what your desired outcome is. When we look at the 550 to 750 range, you're going to get somewhere between 10 to 12 points. So overall, most people are going to find that they're going to be able to get just about everything that they want in this price bracket. If you're looking for the highest level custom builder and you're looking for a premier lot in one of our, what we consider 5 location neighborhoods, you're going to spend more than that. But outside of that, if you want a really great semi-custom build and even a custom build that's on the smaller scale, maybe what we call a spec house where the custom builder already built it and it's ready to sell, you've got some great opportunities in this price range. When we look at the 750 plus range, there's really 3 categories that I find that people are buying in this price range. The first is we've got more of our production built companies. They're building their highest quality home and they're building a massive property. Typically they're building this on more land and it's also over 4,000 square feet. So it's a really large home in typically a good location. It's the highest quality you get from a production builder. Then we have semi-custom builders that are coming in where they're doing some more upgraded levels of finishes. Maybe they work with some higher price subcontractors. Maybe you're just getting a little bit of quality differences there. Maybe the house is just a little bit smaller. In that regard, of course, this is all price point dependent, but if you're comparing it to that large production build, like I mentioned, that's what you would see. Or people are getting really, really high-end custom builders, just some really beautiful houses that maybe are smaller in square footage. So this is what I'm generally seeing kind of right there in that 750 to $1 million range. And of course, as you go up, things start to change pretty quickly and you can really get whatever you want at that price point. Generally what I see in our market is once we get over the $1 million range, people generally are going to do a full custom build where they're going to do a construction to permanent loan. They're going to buy their lot. They're going to hire an architect. They hire the builder. They go through the whole process to pick out every square inch of their home with their custom builder who just does some of the finest work that you'll ever see with homes. We're seeing anything from people spending as low as $250 a square foot up to well past $400 a square foot. And it really depends on the builder you use, the quality of finishes, and the location that you're in. So there you have it. There's a formula breakdown for you to help you understand how to pick your dream new construction builder and property. The first thing you should do, determine your price range. After that, figure out what's most important to you between location, build quality, and size. Go ahead and rank those 1 through 3. So then you can really figure out where you want your points to be distributed in so that you can pick the perfect home for you. And if I can help you in any way, all my contact information is in the description so that I can help you determine what would be the best builder for your particular scenario.